Thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's Monday. A new week to really uh, rejuvenate and start it fresh. A new week, new ideas. You know, just try to keep your mind uh, stimulated. As far as success is concerned. You know, but again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all having a great day. Hope y'all enjoying yourselves uh, in this thing called life. Sometimes we try to rush things, rush the progress of life. Sometimes we just gotta, you know, trust the process. You know, we gotta trust the process of life. Sometimes we feel like we gotta rush, we gotta do things fast, but take your time with life and see what happens. You know, we always wanna rush things. We feel like we gotta move fast, but sometimes it takes patience in order for things to happen the right way. You know, it takes patience for things to happen the right way. It happens. It all happens in God's timing. In the Creator's timing. You know, we learn things in a process. We don't learn things just overnight. We don't master things overnight. It takes time for us to really master things. You get on a new job, you feel like, oh, I got this, but it's more to learn. You know, you don't learn a job overnight. And I'm starting to learn that uh, the more and more I live, everything takes a process in order for it to happen. You know, I started a new job last year. You feel like you got to know everything at the beginning, but sometimes, you know, events happen to let you know that you still got learning to do. You still got learning to do. Don't ever stop learning. Uh, you know, possibilities, possibilities in life is endless. How you doing, boy? Sing. Possibilities are endless. Just keep going with what you do, and you'll see. You know, you see the benefits or the fruits of your labor. Uh, as long as you trust the process, you gotta trust the process in order for things to happen. How you doing, peacemaker? Appreciate it. Yeah, Jesus said Jesus love you. Yep. But like I said, people sometimes rush things and things don't happen the way they want it to, you know. But you gotta keep going. Like I said, trust the process of things. Sometimes in life things don't happen the way we want it. Circumstances come up that we don't expect. And I'm starting to learn that, and that's something you gotta learn to avoid anxiety. Uh, and I'm learning that as far as because I've had social anxiety being around people. You know, I always expect the unexpected to happen. you know, and I think that's what helps me with my anxiety because I'm a person that always prepare for everything, but sometimes things just happen, and you got to be ready and prepared, and just being yourself. Saying what you feel, say what you mean, and mean what you say. You know, Peacemaker said, I have a question. How do you know that process is the right one to trust? I feel like it's an instinct, number one, and then it's a natural instinct. You feel like it's natural, but at the same time, uh, you always want to challenge yourself as far as process is concerned, And then the second thing, you may have confirmation about things. You might have confirmation about the thing that you're in the process of doing. You know, it may be more than one person say the same thing to you in the process. And so you gotta trust that as well. You know, confirmation, I feel, is a spiritual thing. You know, confirmation is a spiritual thing. Those who believe in like the universe and the order of the universe, you know, things happen. Things don't happen on accident. Things happen on purpose. It's just the order of how things go. The order of things go. You just gotta trust that process.